Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be showcasing and discussing up an interview that the actual CEO of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, went and talked about. They had a lot of cool announcements, a lot of cool things. We kind of touched on a little bit of it yesterday, but we're going to talk about even more of it in detail. A lot of cool things, a lot of new announcements, a lot of new games, a lot of new actual things that Sony themselves are making, new things from Sony themselves, and a lot of really cool things I want to go and talk about. We also, like I mentioned, we did touch on some of that stuff more so in the PS5 Restock stuff. There is a little bit more PS5 Restock news mixed done into as well, if you guys are curious on that and the overall state of Sony themselves. We have a lot of really cool things going on with Sony this week as well, because there is a state of play coming out tomorrow. We may go and stream that up on the channel. If you guys would like that, leave a comment down below. I wouldn't mind doing like a nice little hour stream, kind of showcase up it, co-stream it. I probably wouldn't talk too much over it, so you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, we are giving away a PS5. If you guys want to be entered on in to win that, all you guys have to do is drop a subscription to the channel itself and pop on the notification if you guys are trying to get a PS5 for the restock overall. And of course, leave a like in this video if you guys like this type of stuff, and comment below down your thoughts. The usual quick little sell stuff. The Amazon link down below for the PS5 to check for warehouse sales or whatever. The Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys want to follow for Sony news, my own gaming news or whatever. And of course, Webull and Coinbase, you guys deposit $100 in either or, and you guys go and get free things either way, either stocks or crypto. So let's get actually into the video itself overall. So like I said, we have a little bit of an article we're going to be discussing on over here in general. There's a lot of new cool news that Sony is introducing over here, and I figured it's kind of fun, especially because I'm more of like a Sony based. I'm like an everything based, but as of right now, definitely more on the pure Sony vibe, because Sony I feel like is making some really good moves in terms of consoles, in terms of exclusives, in terms of actual production stuff. So the fact that they're actually even making new things overall makes me up a little bit excited. So let's go dive on in. Let's go and talk about this stuff overall. So this article is actually from GQ. We can link that down below. As I mentioned, we kind of touched on this a little bit before too as well on the video itself, like from yesterday. So here you guys go. Jim Ryan has a lot to get off his chest. If we're honest, it's a lot more than we prepare for, which is always good. We love seeing and hearing more news overall. You see, usually when we interview someone, not least the president and chief executive officer of Sony Interactive Entertainment, you go into that conversation with some semblance of what's to come. And that's kind of cool because I feel like they just had a lot of just random, interesting new news overall in general. So basically, I had a chance to go and have a nice little follow-up from the actual PS5 chat they had beforehand from last November, and they did a lot of really cool things. So I guess with that, I think let's go and start it off and actually start off the actual interview. As per usual, GQ is the place that's interviewing them, and then Jim Ryan, of course, is the actual person responding, basically the very, very CEO of Sony themselves. So since we got you here, when is everyone who wants to buy a PS5 going to easily be able to go buy one? So we kind of touched on this yesterday before, but Jim Ryan, the actual CEO of Sony himself, said, "All I can say is we're working as hard as we possibly can. You may have read that we sold 4.5 million PS5s by the end of December, which is astronomical. I think that's the highest they've ever actually done overall in general. And I think maybe the actual highest overall console. I may be wrong with the Switch. You guys can let me know, but that is insane numbers. That's more than we did for the PS4s in 2013, and that was a high watermark for the PlayStation generation. So I can't wait to go and see what the PS6 is going to look like as well in these next upcoming years. So with everything in the world throughout last year, we feel like that was fairly decent. And I think I'd actually love to hear your thoughts down below. I kind of feel like they did a good job, all things considered as well, but there is still so many people who want the consoles, and I think they probably should have planned up or either delayed it slightly or started preparing a few months earlier to kind of go meet up with the demand, especially just overall with how many people already have a PS4. It'd be nice if they could have made more PS5s, but you know, I think they still did a good job either way. 1 in 4 of those who have bought a PlayStation 5 did not have a PS4. We touched on that yesterday, which is insane, on how there's that many people out there who are brand new into the PlayStation network just from the PS5 alone. And those around half are new to the PlayStation Network, which is those are insane numbers. So it's really cool seeing so many new people in there. If any of you guys are brand new too as well, leave a comment down below and we can kind of actually go and see. For me, I've had my PlayStation since PlayStation 2, so I've been around for a while. So it's really nice that we're able to go bring in from people from the outside. I know that there were people who wanted a PS5 and couldn't find one. Probably a lot of you guys watching, or maybe hopefully from the last GameStop drop and all the drops throughout these past few days, because had a chance to go get one. We're very sorry about that, and obviously grateful that the demand hasn't been as strong as it is. Yeah, make more consoles, buddy, please, thank you. So what's holding back production? We'd imagine it's more than just COVID. Obviously, in a pandemic, supply chains become a little more complicated than would normally be the case. You know, one's very visible example is the difficulties in the semiconductor market, which we've been covering. If any of you guys ever think I'm lying on all my news, I think we usually have pretty good takes when it comes to all this stuff. You know, whether it's automobiles, smartphones, PCs, or game consoles, the problems in all those areas are very widely documented. We're going to move our distribution model that is entirely online, and that's something that we never had to do before, which is kind of, as you guys can kind of tell, and I've mentioned that before, that Sony basically only wants things in person, but we also have seen a few different places, such as, Myers or other places that have walk-ins, but it's mostly all in actual online. And finally, just the level of demand for the PlayStation 5. So all those things kind of combined. So basically, like really high demand, different types of moving stuff, semiconductor issues. It makes sense. We've been covering that on the channel. Just so you guys don't know. This is from literally Sony CEO themselves. So if you guys ever thought my takes were bad, there you guys go. Literally just saying, Sony CEO has my vouch. We're working as we always have, but with renewed vigor and energy post-Christmas to get supply up. That sounds almost like something appropriate. It will increase as each month passes. And the situation will start to get better, hopefully quite quickly. So overall, this is all very good news for the PS5 restock stuff. We kind of touched on this yesterday, but very good news regardless. We have been restless in terms of trying to increase production, and I can't really say any more than that. So basically just very good news when it comes to actual restocking news in general. Very hyped up to hear this. And also just overall good news as we'll keep on going through this actual article. So just to be clear, there's no date on it. You're doing your best, and it will happen when it happens. We're doing our best. I was just looking at the supply figures in the UK. We put out a considerable amount of product in the UK market last week, and that will continue over weeks and months to come, which is good. We also saw a lot of restocks up on Amazon, Argos and stuff like that. I think Argos had a drop. I think Game had some rumors. A lot of cool places up in the UK actually getting stock, and even just getting like digitals on the Amazon. It's insane. So fair enough. We mentioned you've got a roadmap in terms of 2021 in terms of the games you want to release. How fixed is that given the disruptions COVID-19 has caused the development? Returnal recently got pushed back a month, which is kind of sad news, but maybe we'll hear more news for games and maybe game delays or new games, or even maybe being pleasantly surprised and games can be up even forward with the state of play coming out in the next few days. Yeah, we're feeling pretty good about Returnal, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Horizon Forbidden West, which is something I'm super hyped up for myself. I can't wait for Horizon. I can't wait for all these games. And there are two approaches to this. You can either hold the date and put out the game irrespectively of quality, or you can ship it when it's right. We have always taken the later approach, which I respect so much. I've had a lot of games out there, Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky, or whatever, even DayZ back in the day, that just go and end up just not being good games because they just need an extra month. They need an extra 6 months, an extra year. So I'm happy Sony's actually been more so aware of that and understanding that sometimes they want to have a good game, not a game just to make money. There's one way of putting it. It never works out, works at the best of times, but I think in this world where creative people are working remotely, you just got to respect the fact that development needs to take what it needs to take and get the games right. I respect that take so much. I love that. So one thing you didn't mention there has been a dated for 2021 is Gran Turismo, which I do believe, unfortunately, got, more so I think got delayed, which kind of stinks when it comes to that. So a little bit sad on that one. I do like the racing games, and I do think Gran Turismo games usually do like to go and, push the boundary when it comes to stats and statistics and make like visuals. So it was a little bit sad over there. And it was even funny in the article, it even says, at this point, a PR representative for Sony jumped into the call, promising a statement on, Gran Turismo 7. So hopefully we actually may hear some more news too as well, maybe from the actual direct itself. So basically that did get delayed, sadly, some overall news, but that's okay. But one of the bigger things I want to say for us to focus on for this thing, everyone kind of bring your attention here, is the PSVR 2, which Sony has confirmed new actual hardware, which is very, very cool as well. So, all right, PlayStation VR 2, the second PlayStation VR, what are we calling it at the moment? And we're just not calling, I love how his response is just, we're not calling it anything in the moment. So the obvious question is what's been changed from the PSVR to PSVR 2. So this will be completely new VR format for the PlayStation 5, which I actually think the PSVR is actually really nice. So kind of cool and excited to go hear more stuff mixed in with this. PlayStation has considered VR as a strategic opportunity and a big innovation story. We think there are two themes you're going to see us capturing the technological process that has taken place since the present VR system came to market and a considerable amount of lessons learned. Because this present system was our first one, changes will be things like moving to a very easy single cord setup, which I love, going one cord instead of like three so you don't get tangled on up. I love that. And a few other things too as well we guys are kind of seeing over here too with this, which is awesome. And then VR is getting a lot more traction now, which I kind of want to say like is honestly not that true. I'm a Twitch streamer. I barely see VR games. Now a lot of them are being made, of course, but I just feel like that's not really like mainstream as of yet. I mean, it's slowly in there. We believe in VR and we've been extremely happy with the results of the present PlayStation VR, and I think we will do good business with our new VR system for PlayStation 5. So basically, it's cool that they're actually announcing it. More importantly, we see it as something beyond this coming iteration that could really be really big and really important. We like to innovate. We think our community likes us to innovate. I like turn around the question, say, why not? Which I like to. I like them taking risks. I like them making sure everything's polished and perfect before they come on out. I'm seeing a lot of really good things. I'm seeing PS5 Restock news when it comes to this, and they're trying to work on it. I'm seeing a lot of actually really positive vibes when it comes to this. We're very excited by it, and we think that people who are going to make VR games for our new VR system are going to be very excited too as well. I'm loving everything I'm hearing. So the big difference, which you mentioned there, is that it's going to be one cord and you connect to your PS5. Yes, it's very simple and visible illustration of a lesson that we've learned from when iterating from the present system to the new one. We're not actually releasing any specs at this stage, which is kind of good. I feel like early specs is bad, especially if you guys compare it from the Xbox Series X to PS5 comparison over there. And also, this is kind of a big take too as well. The PS5's launch lineup was very bullish, which, funny enough, it really hasn't been that bullish. I feel like there hasn't been that much stuff coming out yet. Very soon, and I'm very hyped up to hear the state of play, but overall, we don't have anything super crazy as of right now. We're not saying anything specific today about any developer support, whether it's own studios or any of our publishing partners, but obviously, we will launch our new VR system with appropriate software support. So it's very good so that people can kind of chime on into as well. So releasing PlayStation games on PC was something that Sony PlayStation held back on for a long time. Now it sounds like you're very much on the bandwagon. I'm a PC guy myself. I'm loving seeing this. This is awesome. There's so much good news coming from this actual interview. I think a few things change. We find ourselves now in early 2021 with our development studios and the games that they make in better shape than they've ever been before. Particularly from the later half of the PS4 cycle, our studios made some wonderful, great games, which I agree. Ghost of Tsushima, some of the Spider-Mans, a lot of really, really good games. There's an opportunity to expose those great games to a wider audience and recognize the economics of game development, which are not always straightforward. The cost of making games go up with each cycle as the caliber of each IP has improved, which is a very big point to make that. That's why sometimes even they're moving up the price to like $70 for games. Also, our ease of making it available to non-console owners has grown. So it's a fairly straightforward decision for us to make. So basically, I just want to go make even more games on PC, which I love. It just makes more people being able to go play games in general. So if you're a PC guy, doesn't matter. If you're a Sony guy, doesn't matter. I love this. I love these takes. This is awesome to go and see. And this is following on from your publishing Horizon Zero Dawn on PC in August last year. How did that go? I heard that was really bad, though. We assessed the exercise in two ways. Firstly, in terms of straightforward success of the activity of publishing the games on PC, people liked it and they bought it. We also looked at it through the lens of the PlayStation community thought about it. There is no massive adverse reaction to it. I don't think anyone ever would be that upset. And now, I mean, if these games end up on Xbox, yeah, I would be, probably because I like the exclusivity from the PS5 games. But on PC, I'm kind of okay with that. I'd be cool with that. So very cool that they're actually making those steps towards that direction. So you noted earlier that the PS5 has already brought some new users into the fold. It was also said that 87% of people with the PlayStation 5 are subscribed to PlayStation Plus, which I think is actually a good idea because, well, you just get so many games. It's pretty much what we expected. The early audience is an audience that likes to engage with PlayStation Plus. Many of them like to play online multiplayer, and that's like the instant PlayStation Plus collection, which is very good. There's a lot of really good games on the PlayStation Plus collection. I recommend it for sure. And you're going to be giving away some more old games for free as part of the play at home, but we've also been releasing new games to PlayStation Plus subscribers, such as Destruction All-Stars and Bug Snacks. Best games I ever played. I love Bug Snacks. Is that something that's going to continue? Yes, it is. We see this as a very interesting and innovative way to publish games and make games available to our subscribers. It works for us as the publisher. We know that subscribers to PlayStation Plus love it. I love it myself. I'm sure you guys probably do too as well. I love free games. I love free stuff. I'm all okay with that. And of course, and finally, what was the last game you played on the PlayStation 5? Astro's Playroom. That's how you guys know that he probably has not played it that much in general. But this has been an awesome interview to kind of go through. To kind of have a quick recap for all of this. Very fun stuff to look at. So number one, there's actually PlayStation Restock news, which I'm sure a lot of you guys still care about a lot. They are working on it. They're making stuff better. They actually are aware of all the issues. We kind of touched on this in a video yesterday. So a lot of good stuff is coming on for them to slowly work towards getting supply out to all of us. I'm a very big Restock channel as of right now, so that's very good news for me and for you guys, so they can get more consoles out, and they are aware of the issues. We kind of touched on that video yesterday, but it's awesome kind of seeing a more in-depth of them kind of approaching this, seeing that there's issues and and them trying to go figure out a way around it. As well, with the PSVR, that's also a massive cool thing for them that we're actually seeing new hardware being developed and for future games as well for the PlayStation 5. That is so cool to see. I love the take as well when it came to games and how they just want to release games that are good and well made and finished, not releasing buggy messes that we've seen so far with other games, like I said, for Cyberpunk and all that other stuff, which is so nice to hear, and I respect that a lot. It kind of makes my Sony respect goes up a lot as well. And of course, also going and seeing all the cool stuff and all the plans they have up for everything for PlayStation Plus and all these other cool things and games in general, that a lot of games are not necessarily being delayed. All of this, very good news, very good interview, and very good things for all of us Sony fanboys to go in here, and even just gaming in general as a whole. And of course, we do also have the actual State of Play coming up tomorrow, so we'll probably even see maybe more cool games or even more in-depth things when it comes to games as well. So I'm excited, boys. I'm very excited. I would love to hear all your thoughts down below for this article. Very good news, very good stuff overall in general. So hope you guys all enjoy. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely leave a comment down below your thoughts as well. We'll have the article itself linked down below too as well. If you guys want to, check on the Amazon link down below for the PS5 and PS5 Restock, whether it's for warehouses or whether it's just for casual cancellations. Make sure you guys are subscribed, especially for the PS5 giveaway going on the channel itself, and pop on the notifications if you guys are trying to go find a PS5 yourselves. As well, we also have the Twitter and Twitch stream, a link down below if you guys want to follow, especially the Twitter if you guys want to as well, or drop an Amazon Prime sub on my Twitch account if you guys want. And of course, Weeble, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go and get free stock and free money, or Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, and you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all up in the next one. Very fun thing to go and talk about, and I can't wait to see what Sony has throughout the rest of this year.